Very often, this line is used: planning is meaningless without controlling, and controlling is blind without planning. So, if there is no controlling at the end, then what is the use of planning? Suppose the plan or a target is thought of, and if the work is not controlled, and if it is not seen whether the way the work is going on is actually going to hit the target or fulfill the target, so planning turns out meaningless. Suppose a plan is made, the same example I am giving. Suppose the plan is made of producing 5,000 units of output, and after planning nothing is done to check the work. Then how at the end 5,000 units will be produced? So every time controlling has to be done in order to check whether the target that is set is being achieved or not. And the work has to be taken in the desired direction so the target is achieved. So, planning is meaningless without controlling. If only planning is done and no controlling is done to check or to keep an eye whether the goal that is set during the planning process is being achieved or not. The workflow is whether such that it is going to achieve the target or not, or its work has to be redirected or rerouted to the path so that the target is achieved. So, controlling is very much necessary for achieving the target that is set in the planning. And controlling is blind without planning. That means there is no question of controlling if there is not a proper plan made. So, if there is no target, how will you understand in which direction you should move the work? Or how will you understand whether the actual performance, suppose 4,000 units, whether it is fulfilling the target, or it is below the target, or it is deviating from the organization's goal? How will you understand if there is no planning? Then whatever you are doing is correct, because there is no direction or there is no predetermined set standard where the workflow should be moving or how much to achieve. So, there is no question of controlling the work if there is no standard set previously. So, if the organization suppose produces 4,000 units and you don't know that the target is 5,000, does it matter that you have to reroute its path and you need to try to achieve 5,000 units of output? No. So, controlling can only be done if the planning is known, if the predetermined standard is known. Then only if any deviation occurs, you will try to reroute and move the workflow in a direction so that it achieve the planned target. So both planning and controlling are interlinked with each other. So basically, planning forms the basis. Basis means the start. If proper planning is done, then only controlling comes into question. Then only the controlling becomes effective to understand how much deviation has occurred from the planned target and how much correction is required to achieve the planned target. Because planning gives a set standard or how much the organization wants to achieve at the beginning, and controlling tries to follow and reroute the working in such a way that the planned target or the set standard is achieved. Then both planning and controlling are forward looking. Planning and controlling both are forward looking. Now, why we call planning forward looking? Because planning is done before, and about what planning is done, what goal the organization at the end is going to achieve. Now, goal is always attained in future at the end. So, what the organization shall attain at the end, the planning peeps into the future and tries to understand and then set up the standard, sets the standard. So, those who are engaged in planning for an organization, they set the goals of the organization which is actually achieved in future after the entire organization starts up with its business process. So how can you beforehand think about what the organization attains at the end? It is only possible if you can peep into the future, if you can understand what will be the future demand for the good, what will be the future scenario, then only the organization goal can be understood, and during planning certain goals or targets can be set. That is why planning is known as forward looking. Now, controlling is also known as forward looking. That means controlling understands all the deviation that occurs and it tries to reroute the work into the desired direction. So it understands all the causes of negative deviation and positive deviation, and it helps in planning for the next period. So if controlling is done properly and if everything is understood properly and suppose the target has been met, that means the controlling process was good enough to actually achieve the planned target. So how much target can be achieved, the controlling process can easily gauge, and the next period's planning can be set accordingly. It will be more realistic then. Suppose planned is 5,000 units, but controlling team has observed that for this organization, more than 4,500 units cannot be achieved. So 4,500 units becomes the new target or the new goal of the organization, because controlling has confirmed that 5,000 units, to achieve 5,000 units is impossible, and more realistic is 4,500 units. So next period planning will be based on what the controlling team confirms and what it says, that what is more realistic. So if you plan something unrealistic, it cannot be achieved. It's better to plan something realistic. So both planning and controlling are forward looking, because planning peeps into the future before making up the goals that will be achieved at the end, and controlling helps the future planning process. So both are forward looking. Similarly, planning and controlling both are backward looking. Why both are backward looking? Now from here you can understand controlling. When controlling is possible, when you are basically able to judge whether the actual performance is deviating or not. You can only judge if before controlling a certain plan has been made. So controlling helps you to check whether any deviation occurs or not. from the planned target, and planning happens already before. So controlling is backward looking. It looks into the plan, it looks into the target that is set and tries to bring result of the organization in such a direction so that the target set before can be achieved. So it is backward looking. Similarly, planning is backward looking. What you plan for the next period is totally based on the controlling team's result in the previous period. So if the controlling process have taken out certain positive cause or the causes of negative deviations, these are properly analyzed, and how much is realistically possible, all these are taken into when planning for the next period. So planning, what you will plan for next period, definitely it looks back and sees what was the outcome of the previous period. So planning is backward looking. Controlling is backward looking because what you will control, how much you have to reroute the organization's work depend on the target already set before. So controlling is also backward looking. So these two things, planning and controlling, they are totally interlinked with each other. Planning cannot be effective because planning, if you are unrealistically planning anything, and it cannot be achieved if there is no controlling, because the organization may work in such a way that you deviate so much from the planned target. Similarly, controlling is blind without planning. What to control? If you don't have any set target, you don't know in which direction the workflow has to be moved. So both are interlinked. Planning gives the basis or the set target. Controlling happens according to that. You control, you check the deviation. How you check the deviation? By comparing the actual performance with already the set target. Both are forward looking, it looks into the future. Controlling in this period helps the planning for the next period. Planning sets the target by peeping into the future. Both are backward looking because controlling happens by taking the figures of the target already set in the previous planning, and next period planning takes place on the basis of what the previous performance is. So both are backward looking. Now if I talk about effectiveness, whether they both are linked or not. If you take an unrealistic planning figure, for example, it targets to achieve 7,000 units of output, which is unrealistic or not feasible for the company. So controlling how much, no matter how much you want to control, you can never achieve the planned target because it is impossible for that particular organization. So if the planning is not based on reality, an unrealistic assumption is taken, unrealistic target is set, planning is ineffective. Similarly, then controlling also turns ineffective because you know that the organization is not in such a position to deliver 7,000 units of output. No matter how much you want to control, you can never get this outcome. So planning, if it is ineffective, controlling will definitely be ineffective.